United Nations peacekeepers in the Democratic Republic of Congo are preparing to hand over their responsibilities to the government forces next year. Now, this is in line with calls from Congolese authorities who want the UN to wind down its 25-year mission in the country. Secretary General Antonio Guterres has already confirmed that the operation has entered its final phase. Now, concerns are growing as to how the Southern African nations will deal with its security situation. And let's have more details of that in this report.
There's an uneasy calm in the eastern part of the Democratic Republic of Congo. UN peacekeepers carry out their routine patrols in North Kivu province to protect civilians from militiamen roaming the region. But they won't be here for long. The DRC government asked them to prepare to leave the country last year for reportedly failing to stop militia attacks against civilians.
The special representative of Secretary General have instructed us to move on the transition. In Ituri, we have set up already the integrated transition team, which includes MONUSCO, government and NGOs.
The transition team has been tasked with identifying the security threats and explaining the UN peacekeeping mission's plan to the Congolese population so that they embrace it. But some security analysts fear the departure of the peacekeepers could worsen the shaky security and humanitarian situation in eastern DRC.
La question aujourd'hui, c'est de s'assurer.
The big question we have today is whether the government in the DRC will have the capacity to restore state authority across the country. Will they be able to exercise their sovereignty? We have serious difficulties.
According to a plan earlier outlined by the UN Secretary General, the peacekeeping mission in the DRC, known as MONUSCO, has to begin an accelerated withdrawal. But Antonio Guterres has warned that a hasty departure could endanger the lives of civilians. Peacekeeping operations in the DRC and Mali have recently been met with hostility due to the UN peacekeepers' perceived failure to stop the massacre of civilians by militia groups. The initial UN presence in the DRC was a force of military observers deployed to oversee a ceasefire agreement in 1999. But the force has had to deal with increasing violence in the mineral-rich provinces of Ituri and North Kivu. More than 120 armed groups operate in those regions. The head of the peacekeeping mission in the DRC says the criticism leveled at their troops is not justified.
It's a bit unfair because we have to see that some tools have been designed at certain times and the evolution in the current context is calling for different tools to be utilized. So it's a combination of tools that we need in order to tackle the current challenges.
The UN troops are now working with the DRC government as they prepare to start handing over their responsibilities next year. The planned departure of UN peacekeepers from the DRC has been applauded by many Congolese who've witnessed the brutality of militiamen in their region. But there are fears that the DRC army may not be able to protect civilians in the conflict-affected regions due to corruption and indiscipline. The government has, however, assured the public that it will be up to the task. Chris Sochamringa, CGTN, Kinshasa, Democratic Republic of Congo.